Well, I spent my time not doing live streams, making what is called an infinity journal. Just means it never ends. So, I have one of the little snippets that I made several videos ago. Got just a label behind her. I'm trying to figure out a stamp to put there. My front tag is still currently undecorated. Haven't decided what I want to put on there. We'll do a flip through. I have a tag here. And I made you might remember these from a few videos ago where I cut out these little paper tabs. So I use the same grungy, aka dirty paper to do little collages on here. Oops, I see I need to add a little bit of glue there. I have a Shabby Dabby Doodah little tiny ribbon here and a button. So this is using some like my grungy papers, the ones that like I said, they're in the junk journaling world. Grungy is kind of dirty, old, I don't know how else to describe that. I've got a ribbon running here, which is holding a book. You'll see that in a minute. There's two in the book. I have this page with this tag. Now this paper, I stuck in the bottom of my Teflon pan to coffee stain, and it actually stuck to the pan. So when I pulled it up, it pulled off these metal pieces of the Teflon, which was kind of cool. So it definitely went into my grunge pile. And that has led to the rusty spots that turns out on all of my when I do coffee stain paper. That brown rusty, that color that comes through on everything is because that happening. Another little tabby here. This is that waxed paper that I did a couple of videos ago. I crumpled it up, took my black ink pad, just kind of brushed it over the top, gave it some texture. Little tag that's in here. Again, coffee dyed paper. Little tab. This was a piece of paper that I dyed with red wine. It also got stuck to the pan, so it actually is very lumpy. When you come across here, you can feel, you can hear it. So it's pieces of the pan that got stuck to the paper. So here is the first book that you'll see with the this lace, or this ribbon, sorry. Again, this is that waxed paper. I used the green. I lined it with some of my grungy coffee stained paper. This was done on a drying rack and left to dry, so it gave these really cool designs on it. I ran it through my sewing machine, did a zigzag, did straight stitches down the side, down the center spine, and then zigzags all around. Did ribbon, so this inner piece, the paper is removable. So when you use all your paper, you just replace it. The book is in with rivets. You can see there's not rivets, eyelets that go through the back. And I have that ribbon tied there. So again, when you're done with the paper, you just slide those out, add different paper in. This was fun too because it also is very textured as you feel it. You can kind of hear, hold the book, as I rub over it, my finger gets caught on these. Love texture. Another little tag. Another tag here, which I still have to figure out how to decorate. This was white paper that had been coffee stained. That's some of this yellow down in here. This yellow was the original coffee staining. I crumbled the paper up, flattened it back out, and again, just took my black ink pad and just brushed it over the top, really kind of highlighting the tops of that. Now, what makes this an infinity journal is that this is the back cover, but it's not the end, because the book now opens this way, or the journal. So I have another tag here. This is the back side of that. This is some more of that red wine paper. I was bummed that it didn't dry red. It actually dyed this gray color, which I thought was weird, and then the dark browns. But it was pretty when it was done. More of that paper that picked up that metal Teflon there. Another tag. This is like thin tracing paper, and I used it as a base when I was dyeing tags, so it kind of blotched through and just gave this nice abstract design color to the paper, which I really liked. Here's some of that green wax paper. So I topped it with some green coffee dyed paper that picked up a lot of other colors during that dyeing, which was rather interesting. Tag, I inked around the edges in walnut stain, the black, as well as green, which is Twisted Citron is the green on here, to kind of bring out some of the green in these leaves. This frame is a Shabby Dabby Doodah frame. This picture in the center of the frame is from this same book as this one. And then this is an Edith Holden, these leaves. So it's just a kind of combination of different artists into one little collage piece there. Here's some more of that wine dyed paper, and this is on piano roll, so you can see where it feeds into the player piano here, where it plays. And of course, I had a paper doily that I was dyeing at the same time, and so it bled through and gave me this really cool pattern on the paper, and I've used that throughout this particular infinity journal. Second book, again, that wax paper, same process, lined it with coffee paper, got the inserts, ribbon, and just like on the other side, replaceable paper. Here is a journaling card made out of some more of that wine dyed paper, and again you can see the little hash marks that play the music when you run it through a player piano. Got a whole bunch of rolls over there, like 6 rolls behind me. Can't figure out how to start using them, but the paper is really fragile, so it tears easily. So I struggle to work with it. But you can see some more outline of that doily that was here when it's stained. I don't have a tab on this one, so you can see how fragile that is. I'm gonna have to glue that down. I didn't do a tab here just because it's so tall in the pocket. And then we're back to the front. So again, watch. Flip, 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 flip. And you can just go for days and days and days, and it just never ends. It just keeps going and going and going as many times as you want to flip it through. Took a simple string, got it out on one side, wrap around, oops, too short, And then just tying in a simple bow. And voila, all done.